Hey everyone, so we are in Utrecht today. We have some really fun and exciting things planned, and then we'll explore the city a little bit, so let's go and have some fun. And if you're new here, we're Emma and Jack, and we just got off a celebrity cruise going through Norway, and now we have about 48 hours in the city of Utrecht. Let's go explore and live a little. Okay, first impressions of Utrecht. It's really, really pretty. It does kind of remind me of like a mini Amsterdam, especially now that we've hit the canal. But it's really, really pretty and a manageable city to like walk around. So while we look at some of the beautiful sights of Utrecht, let's get some fun facts about the Netherlands. And we'll go over them throughout the video, like one being why carrots are orange. It has to do with the Netherlands. But let's start with some of the more obvious ones. Like, Dutch men are actually the tallest in the world. An average male from the Netherlands is 183 centimeters or 6 foot tall, and women are 171 centimeters or 5'7". The Netherlands also has the world's biggest flower exporter. It's about 80% of the world's flowers comes from the Netherlands. And another interesting fact is 1/3 of the Netherlands is under sea level. That's pretty crazy.
So just for the privacy of everyone, I'm not going to film it, but there's a event going on right now where you can swim in the canal, and it goes underneath the mall we're in.
We just watched a swimming race in the canals. That was pretty cool. And the coolest part is that the canal goes underneath this big humongous mall, and there's like glass top, and so you could see them through the glass going underneath the mall. It was pretty cool. Now for the activity that I have been looking forward to so much. We are doing a motorcycle ride, and I am in a sidecar. I've always wanted a sidecar, and I am so excited to do this. It was a tour. I will link all of the information below, but it was a blast. While we start this bike ride and make our way out of the city, let's talk probably the most obvious Dutch fact of what you think of when you think of the Netherlands first. The Dutch own the most bicycles out of any other country, with over 22 million bikes, which equals an average of about 1.3 bikes per person. I feel like when you think of the Netherlands, you think of bicycles. This here is an old fort. It is called Fort Gagel. I will note it below. I probably pronounced that incorrectly. But it is an old bomb-proof guardhouse that has been turned into a restaurant, and it is beautiful inside. They also offer for 25 euros where you can do a group activity and try to conquer the fort. It looks really fun. While we were driving, we actually spotted another sidecar that was the same model and year as the one we were in. Then we came across this beautiful castle called Slot Zulen. It was built in 1250 and had many different owners in its time. In the 18th century, the owners converted it into the beautiful castle that you see today, and it has been opened as a museum since 1952. Did you know that the Netherlands was the first country to legalize same-sex marriage? It happened on April 1st of 2001. Next up, we got to see some windmills. Did you know that there are over 1,000 windmills in all of the Netherlands? Brooklyn Bridge.
And
The original Brooklyn Bridge.
And then we go to the right, and then we have another Brooklyn Bridge.
Okay.
Yeah? And
Fun.
then you go back to New York and you say, listen, it's not what you thought.
So the bridge was wet, so it can still expand. They keep it wet.
So the mansions you see along the canal were built during the time of the East India Company. Those were the main shareholders of the East India Company. They wanted to get out of Amsterdam during the summer because there was not plumbing, and we can expect when you have a highly dense population without plumbing what they were going through. So they built these mansions along the canal as their getaway for the weekend as well as their summer vacation home.
They were also absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, they were gorgeous.
If you've ever been to the Netherlands, you've seen in the stores a lot of licorice. Did you know that the Dutch consume the most licorice in the world? They consume about 2 kilos per person per year. That's a lot of licorice. Let me know in the comments below if you like licorice. Personally, not a fan.
We have many types of windmills. You see there's really 2 different types, but you have to always to be able to move towards the wind. So that is what you see. There the whole house is moving.
So the windmills in the Netherlands had 3 purposes. One was to mill flour, one was to saw wood, and the other one was to control the water and the pumps for the canals.
So now that we're in the country, let's talk about the fact that I found to be the most interesting. Carrots. Now, how in the world are carrots in the Netherlands connected? So the carrots became orange because of the Netherlands. William of Orange, which was King William III, helped the Dutch win independence from Spain in the 17th century. And the Dutch farmers honored the king by turning the carrots orange by breeding them different ways. Because previously they were only white, purple, and yellow. And the new color became very popular, and it is still Netherlands' official color and the color of the Dutch royal family.
So this is the original coffee shop in the Netherlands. If you ever want to stop by, it's in a houseboat.
Not the coffee you think of in the US, though. Different kind of coffee.
Colorado coffee. Interesting fact about houseboats and how they started. After World War II, the Netherlands was pretty much destroyed as of the war, and they didn't have any housing. So that's how houseboats started, as a temporary housing for people, and they just kind of kept with it. Pretty cool. You need this today. Air conditioned.
Okay, so that motorcycle ride was absolutely amazing. I've linked all of his info below. After that, we decided to walk around a little bit and go grab a beer at this beautiful restaurant. This may be my new favorite beer. This is delicious, especially on a hot day. It's like 91 degrees outside. Been drinking this beer. Delicious, hands down my favorite. And then I turned the glass. This beer was made for me. We just got back, and that motorcycle ride was so cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I liked the sidecar. That has been a bucket list thing for me for a while. How was riding on the back?
That was my first time riding on the back of a motorcycle. I prefer to never ride on the back of a motorcycle again, but it was a fun experience. It was a cool motorcycle. M&L wants one.
We learned a lot of things. We started off wanting to do a mix of the country and the city, and then as we went along, we realized that the country was probably a better option, so we just kind of did the countryside. But, I mean, the countryside was beautiful. We learned so many things about windmills and the rivers that run through. What else did we learn?
A lot about the history.
A lot of history. We saw some cool castles. Oh, I decided that Brooklyn, Netherlands is better than Brooklyn, New York. And that's a bold statement.
You're going to start a riot on the comment
But it was
section.
Beautiful. We saw the original Brooklyn Bridge.
We saw 2 original Brooklyn bridges.
It was just really, really, really pretty town.
Yeah, we learned there's a Harlem in the Netherlands.
They all came from
the
Netherlands, and that's how they got their
We would
names in New
100% recommend doing that tour. It takes about 2 hours. You can upgrade it to 3 hours.
If he has time.
But it's a great option. It's pretty affordable for the length compared to like a walking tour.
As of booking it for us, it was $190 for 2 hours. So not a horrible price, but a good amount of time, and you really got to see a lot of the city and the surrounding areas, and he kind of did it according to what you wanted to see, so that is also helpful.
Yep.
Now we are heading to dinner. I will leave the name below because I forgot what it was called and how to pronounce it, but it is Indonesian food, and it is a Michelin star restaurant, and I'm excited to try it, so let's go. But first, we didn't quite realize the time. We were a little bit early, so we grabbed a beer at this location, which was an old church. It was very, very cool inside. Had a quick drink, little snack. Unfortunately, I forgot to get a video of our little snack, but we had bitterballen, which the easiest way to kind of explain it is like a cheese croquette kind of thing with some mustard that you dip it into. Delicious. Highly recommend it. Their menu says that they would like to take you through a bunch of Indonesian plates and experience a wide variety of Indonesian food. We ended up picking a small plates to share for 2 people, and it was a lot of food. Delicious, but a lot. In the middle of the table, they have this little almost hot plate with a few little tea candles underneath, and that's where they put the warm dishes, and the cooler ones are all on the sides. But definitely come hungry. It just keeps going. Got like shrimp, mackerel, beef, lamb, chicken.
This is like Emma's Buc-ee's trip after the cruise. Honest to goodness, do you really need more food?
So we just got back from dinner. It was really good, but it's super hot today. It was like 92 degrees. So it was decently hot in the restaurant. That's just Europe. But it was really tasty. It was a lot of food. We tried our very best, but we did not quite finish. What did you think, Jack?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Were you sweating?
Sweating.
It was really tasty, though. I would definitely recommend it. We had one more day in Utrecht, so let's get this day started.
First stop is a little coffee shop. And we got a dirty chai to start with.
With oat milk. It looks delicious.
And I got a double espresso.
I got a wrap with spinach, chicken, avocado, carrots, and this is a horseradish sauce. It looks good. It's warm.
It was freezing.
I'm so cold. Yesterday was like 92. Today is like 70 and really breezy, and now I'm freezing. I think we're gonna go head over to this church and check it out. And we're right in front of the, I don't know how to say it, Dom Turin Tower. I totally butchered that. And it looks super pretty, but it's all covered in scaffolding right now, so if we see a picture, I'll show you what it looks like here. So we couldn't take any photos or videos in there, but it was absolutely gorgeous. I would highly recommend going in. They don't charge to go in. They do ask for donations, but not mandatory. And the stained glass in there is beautiful. And the heights of the ceiling is incredible. Really, really pretty. So the tower is actually the tallest tower in all of the Netherlands. Now we're heading over to a wine bar in the museum district. Let's go. So correction, we're just gonna go into the next thing we find because this is now the second place that I've wanted to try and it is closed even though online it says it's open. So let's go find something.
Attempting stop number 3, see if it works.
No such luck, that one was closed too. But we finally found a little cafe close to our hotel to grab a drink, so none is lost.
Give me a glass of wine and there's a choir singing.
So Jack had a work call and our hotel is actually attached to a mall. It's really interesting, but it's like in the middle of the mall, like the entrance. It's very different. But since he's on a work call, I thought I would walk around and explore a little and go some shopping. It's like a vending machine for flower arrangements. It's kind of cool. We finished the night off with some yummy pizza before having to leave to go back home the next day. And if you're new here and you missed the previous episode of us getting here, on our way here, Jack had a first class ticket and I, on the other hand, did not. So we are splitting up for this flight home. Let's see what happens. Hello, everybody. Okay, so Jack left. He has a work trip, so he's off to France. And I'm about to leave in a few minutes. And Jack had he has a really good status on when he flies, usually. So he had some extra like points or something, and I was able to get upgraded to first class. So would have loved it on the way here, but I'll definitely not say no to it on the way back. I'm going to be traveling by myself. It's been a while since I've traveled 100% by myself. I think this actually might be my first international flight by myself though. I usually am with people. So the day already started with my flight being delayed like over 3 hours because of bad storms from the plane coming from New York to here. So back to New York got delayed, but that was fine. I got a tiny bit of extra sleep. So yeah, let's go and do this flight. I have gone in a million directions. I've made a whole maze around this airport. I'm slightly lost. I found the lounge that I could access, and of course the one that I was supposed to go to is under construction, so they've made like a makeshift one that was definitely just like a cafe before, and it's like open to the rest of the airport, not like a typical lounge where it's like enclosed and you can't even see in it. So I had a little snack. Now I'm just gonna probably sit here and wait till I should probably head over to my flight. So nothing too exciting. That would be my luck. I wouldn't get the great lounge one time I finally get upgraded, but hey, it's better than nothing. Okay, let's go find our gate and get on this plane and get home to my baby. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's get on this plane. Well, this seat is rather nice. I'm excited to experience this for an international flight. sacks fit feminine pillows and blanket. Fancy. We got delayed, so we're still having breakfast. But hey, I'll take it. They've got a nice selection of wines as well. Lots and lots of space and a nice big TV. This is a pretty nice way to end the trip. Kind of excited to be in first class. This is a huge rarity for me. Jack, on the other hand, has been very spoiled. Inside our little pack, we have a pen, some socks, a little pack of tissues, an eye mask, some earplugs, little dental kit, and lastly a little Sunday Riley kit that includes facial cleansing cloth, face cream, lip balm, and hand cream. And just like that, we're off. Well, this looks way more delicious and edible than what you get in the rest of the plane. And then before landing, we got a little bit of fruit and a little pizza pocket thing. Very tasty.
For landing. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin for arrival.
Landed, made it through security, now just waiting on the bags, and then I will go find my family. I'm pretty sure Poppy's taking a nap, so I think it's just my dad picking me up. Hi, Hi! Oh boy, did I miss that little girl. Nothing like coming home to her. Let's go have some fun. Hi! So till next time, get out and live a little. Bye guys.